Hey, how's it going? I am the Sanguiem, and welcome back to Create Above and Beyond. So last episode we made our nice little workshop here, where we can process ores and do a couple other things, like press and deploy, sequence assembly, yeah. However, we're kind of missing a couple of key components, like kelp. But kelp is pretty far away. Let me take this out. The nearest beach is like 1,000 blocks in that direction. So I think why not instead just focus on making a starter base? Not just any starter base though, a mobile starter base. I think I hinted last episode I had an idea in mind. Fortunately, I already made a mock-up of a design that I am interested in a creative world, and I have saved it on a schematic. Now in Create there is a schematic feature where you can make a nice little empty schematic, and in case you can basically scan the building you've made on a schematic, and then you can take an empty schematic, put it on a schematic table, and choose a build that you saved before, and then you could just place it in the world somewhere. And yeah, I kind of want to do that, but we would need a schematic table, and while we're not going to use the schematic cannon, we still need the cannon, because the cannon can give you a material list. And a material list would be pretty useful, I will say. But look at how much iron we're going to need. Yeah, so we're going to have to hold off a little bit on that. Now, something I do want to do, though, is I want to collect a whole bunch more of andesite alloy. But there's really not an automatic way to do that without kelp. What I do want to do though is this building, if we're going to make it mobile, it's going to need slime to hold it together. Not slime, but more specifically super glue. So if we come over here, we'll notice super glue takes an iron sheet, a nugget, and various forms of slime, but you can just use normal slime balls. The thing about slime balls though are you can craft them out of dough from wheat and lime dye. Lime dye can be crafted out of white dye and green dye. Green dye, as you know, is it used to be called cactus green, but it's because you got it from cactus. You can also get it from milling large ferns, or just normal ferns. And I'm sure we can find a bunch of white dye from bones and all that. Or simply taking a bunch of the seeds and other leftover crops and just putting them in a compost. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm going to take out my handy dandy nature's compass. I'm going to look for a desert. Oh, that's pretty far actually. But how about taiga? Let's go for a normal taiga. That's not that far away. That's just over a little bit past spawn. We can go over there with some shears and just take a bunch of ferns. And we can use those to make all the slime. Because I think I did look at the material list before. I think we need basically a full chest of super glue for my base idea. And that's actually not a lot of slime needed for that much super glue. Because it's only 2 slime per super glue, and 1 green dye can make 2 lime green dye. So, what's that, like 30 ferns? It's not that much. We don't need that much. I'll tell you what would be nice though is an automatic wheat farm, something that can just harvest wheat constantly. And I think that might be what we're going to be doing this episode. I think we're going to make an automatic wheat farm. And I think this would be a good spot for it too, because it's nice and open. We could fill in this spot here with dirt, and have a nice flat area to make a big old farm. And we're going to make what, I don't know if it's actually called this, I just call it a rotary farm, because it involves a mechanical bearing and some harvesters, and it just goes in a circle constantly, collecting everything. So let's see, what all do we need? We need andesite casing, alloy, a shaft, and a turntable. Very easy stuff to make. That's the original recipe for them too. And now we have a mechanical bearing. However, we also need another encased fan, because the fan is what's going to power it, because, you know how we have a water wheel here to power all this? Well, you can also take an encased fan and have it facing a heat source, and the heat will propel the fan and give it like a little bit of, like just enough power to move a, mechanical bearing. Let's go to our smithing table, and now we have a fan. Unfortunately, as far as heat sources go, we don't need, like, fire and lava, per se. We could just use magma blocks, which I think are much more manageable. Alright, you know what? Let's also take some of this wheat while we're waiting. And we'll go ahead and grind that up. Alright, that's not perfect, but it'll do. I'm thinking the middle should be, here. Yep, I think that's perfect. That there. Here, we'll move this dirt block as well. Take the fan. Whoops. There we go, like that. It's facing down. I want to put a lever here. Mechanical bearing we want here. Alright, so that's the basic part done. Well, no, it's the complicated part. That's like the most complicated part of the farm. Alright, you got 9 flour. Let's go ahead and wash it. Save the seed for that farm down there. This will make some flour. Now, I believe we need a chassis. I think we need a radial chassis. And we need 2 linear chassis. So we need 6 logs, which we have. Let's put one like that. 2 sets of this, I think. And then, yeah, we need more wood. I'm actually going to start clearing out this spot over here, because this is where I want to build the starter base. Is up on this hill. So I'm going to start getting my trees from here. Alright, our dough is complete. We'll just go ahead and store that away for now. If we save up enough of this, we could just make some slime. Now, something I didn't really think about until just now, which in hindsight I should have thought of sooner. I think I might need a wrench, because I believe you need a wrench to configure how much stuff these chassis pick up. I think one time before using it, I didn't configure it, and as it started spinning, it just took some nearby ground with it, and half of a hill that was next to the device just started spinning around with it. Not ideal, not ideal. So we're gonna take 3 gold ingots and squish those. Now, what do we need for it? Oh, we can make it right now. There it is. Alright, we have a wrench. Simple. Much simpler than I thought it'd be. I guess the real question is, do I need a slime ball for this part? Because I can't remember. I think I do. I don't think it'll spin without it. Let me try this. Alright, I think that's all of that. You know what, just to test it, let's make sure it does work. No, this doesn't... Yeah, I think it needs to be slimed. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to make our journey to the Spruce Forest now. Alright, we have our shears. Let's actually put away a couple things to lighten our load. Alright, so that we don't have to go back again, let's try and go for, I don't know, a stack of ferns? So let's head off in this direction. While we're over there, we can take another look at the charred area, because I don't really know much about it. Other than it was there, and the mobs in there are apparently invincible. Okay, here is the Desolation Biome. I am a little curious about it. Ember block. What's that even good for? Nothing? I guess we can go through it for a bit, see what we see. Wild. There's actually some ambiance here that's very unsettling to listen to. What is this? It's not part of Desolation, I can tell you that much. It's also using Create. Okay, this is some kind of ruin like that house. Except it's, you know, much bigger. Very castle-like. Makes me wonder if it's trying to explain a story or something, you know? Like maybe these are the foundations of other factories that didn't quite work out. Cinder fruit. Oh. Nifty. Can you use it for anything? Infused powder. Can't really do anything with it. I don't know if there's more to that structure or what, but I'm just gonna keep going in this direction. Because of the, you know, we can't forget why we're here. Taiga. I must say that we are fortunate not to have run into any mobs. I wonder if an ember block can turn things into ash. Oh, and here is the Spruce Forest. Very good. Let's see, we're gonna want to take down one of these trees as well for its sapling. Alright. So, let's get started on getting some ferns. Alright, I got a stack, and my shears are almost destroyed. I'm gonna take a couple brown mushrooms to grow back at the base. Alright, now let's head back, because I don't think we need to be here anymore. I didn't see any berry bushes, which would have been fun to have. Something tells me going through this area at night is a little more dangerous than going through it at day. I like the glow bramble. But I'm surprised the ember blocks don't glow as well. Alright, I made it out of that desolate area. Which you know what, the more time I spend in it, the more I kind of want to build in it. Just saying. I keep forgetting I can't punch fires out without catching fire myself. What? Alright, I'm out of food. I gotta get to my bed. Hey, look, it's my bed. It's my bed. It's just over here. Thank goodness. Alright, night sucks. This is why I should probably make a second bed and bring it with me. I still haven't seen any sheep. You know how hard it's going to be to make a windmill if there are no sheep around? Whatever, alright. So, let's go ahead and toss that in there. Turn all that into green dye. We have a couple bones. Which, if we put in the grinder, we have a chance of white dye and extra bone meal. So we'll go ahead and do that. And if I grind it up again, it gives me 2 times as much white dye. But fortunately, I think we only need a little bit of slime right now. So I'll go ahead. Just make a couple. So now we have 4. So let's go ahead and remove that. And we slimed it. That's not what I wanted to do. Hold on. Alright, now with this chassis... Now that's what I'm talking about. So, this will go in a circle. Very good. Very good. And, whoa. Alright. Can we make a portable storage interface? No, we cannot. It needs a brass machine, which requires electron tube, which requires copper things and molten iron, and we don't have any of that right now. We're limited strictly to andesite things. So unfortunately, this means that what we have to do is every now and then we have to stop it manually. But that's not a problem, because we can stop it manually without flipping that lever. We just have to right-click the bearing. We need 4 harvesters. I think we need 4. We could try 5, but, I mean, I think we only really need 4. So, let's see. How much does it take to make a harvester? We stone cut an andesite machine. So we need more alloy. That's fine. Oh yeah, and this has been a long time coming. I should have done this sooner. There we go. Now, it's quite a long story, but I like to build one of these in every single one of my bases. That's why I was so excited about that pumpkin in the first episode, but I don't know, for some reason I kind of forgot about it. There's a lot of things to focus on in this mod, so you'll have to forgive me if my mind wanders a bit. Oh! Wandering Trader! There are emeralds in the cave if I have to get one. What do we have here? Sunstone. Globe vines could be interesting. Because vines would be needed for rubber at some point. Do we have a swamp nearby? No, we don't. I'll go get an emerald. Let me go ahead and slap some of this in here first. Alright, here's our emerald. It's pretty rare when a wandering trader actually has something useful. So this is a pretty welcome surprise. I will take your vine, sir, and I will put it here so that it may spread on my tree. You know what? Let's make it a little higher. There we go. Now, fun fact, it would be much better if I could just slap this alkyl blend here and put lava here, and then, you know, I would just have lava. here, that would pretty much do the same effect as putting it in a furnace, but I don't really have any lava. There is lava in that big cave, though. I wonder if I could grab some. I should probably do that, because I'm using up a lot of coal for this stuff. This would have to go there, though, because you can't lava log a trapdoor. Might as well grab some iron while we're down here, too, because we're starting to run a little bit low. Also, I'm not entirely sure why, but I just don't like grabbing lava from lava pools. I'd rather grab a stray lava stream that's just hanging out in a cave. Kind of like that, if I could get up there, but I don't know, I'm not going to try and get up there. Why do I need to go up there? There are easier places to get lava. Like over here, this mine shaft. I kind of still need to explore it, but there's lava everywhere. So gee, if only there was somebody here who could grab some of this lava. Oh wait, there is! Ooh, random. It gave me a shaft when I mined it. Funny. More apatite. Certus quartz, which I don't think I need for a while. Alright. Just finished mining a bunch of andesite cobble, and a lot of iron, too. Now we have plenty of andesite alloy ready to go. And, excuse me. Can I not put lava in a cauldron? Okay, alright. So that's how we're gonna do this. I guess I'll just put it in here and make another bucket later. Alright, we now have 2 andesite machines. We just need a stone cutter to transform the machines with. We'll go ahead and put it on top of this. Alright. Perfect. Look at it go. So we can go ahead and do this. And we can just right-click the thing to turn it on and off. Now, unfortunately, that's not going to do anything unless we have a storage unit on it. So now we have to craft either chests or barrels for it. I kind of want to make barrels. Alright. Oh, that doesn't work. There we go. That's what we were missing. Alright, there we go. We have an automatic wheat farm now. As this grows, it will be collected and stored in the barrel. And now that we have an automatic wheat farm, we can also have a cow pen. And whenever we need to feed them, we just take some wheat from the barrels. Not only that, but now we can passively collect wheat, which we can use to turn into slime. And, finally, we can expand our potato farm a little bit. Since potatoes are what I typically eat the most of. And we can also collect books for bookshelves if we have a cow pen. So I think next episode I'm gonna try and collect some more cows. Start breeding them up. But now that I have 2 buckets, now that I am a man with 2 buckets, we can do this. Don't you get an achievement for that? Advancement made. I got completely destroyed. Oh, my poor corpse. Is there a way to remove this guy, though? Well. Oh, there we go. Okay. Finally. Good, good. Alright, that was a fun achievement. Yeah, okay, you can put water in the cauldron, but you can't put lava in it. I guess that's a 1.7. I could have sworn it was a thing, though. I remember doing it in another mod pack that's 1.16.5. But, I don't know. What I do know is that now we can cook up these algal blends without using coal. There we go, a whole stack of bricks done like that. Now we can take the andesite. There we go. Pretty nifty, I think. Our vines are growing. Our wheat is already growing a little. We got a bunch of andesite stuff. I gotta tell you, this is stuff's really coming up now. Alright, I like our progress. I like how much progress we made this episode. Very good. We're getting closer and closer to starting up the starter base. So thank you very much for watching. If you like what you saw, consider subscribing. And remember, the Wasteland is watching. See ya.